Now, this is more direct towards the influencers that claim they're trans, like Lily Tino and people like that bum. Now, listen, I follow someone called Blair White. I can definitely say is a she. She didn't begin as a she, but she is a she now. And she is a transgender person I absolutely love, respect, and admire. And I will always, always, always say so. But people like Lily Tino are a parasite on this platform. They're a parasite. They are terrible influence to kids. Like I'm not kidding. When you go from basically sounding like a man and looking not like a man, okay, like even at work, I would not question that. I would just be like, oh, okay, guess you're just being you. The point where it literally crossed the line for me, was when this disgusting creature took photos of themselves in Disney bathrooms. That hit a line. That hit a fucking barrier that should never be ever crossed, and yet it was. So that's not okay. Drag queens shows in elementary schools should not happen because in itself what a drag show is pretty sexual in nature. It's not meant for children to see or participate in. Like, we have to have a boundary for what is okay for kids to see and what it is not okay to see. And I'm telling you, as a person that would love to raise kids, I want to be a father. I want my husband and I to raise kids and make them respectful people. I want them to be well mannered and respectful. And that's all I want. Like, I don't care if you transis, I don't care if you do that, but please do it when you're actually an able bodied adult. That's the only little part I would literally add into that. But I don't want my son or daughter, or, well, in this case, I would like to have both a girl and a boy, and raise them, and literally all of a sudden, like, the school system says, today we're going to have this happen. And it's this drag queen show. And they're like, if they're in elementary school, I'm going to be like, hell no. Hell no. This is not the appropriate venue for that and not the appropriate audience for that kind of material. I'm gay adult. I know this shit. Do I like a drag show? Hell yeah. It's pretty fun. It's pretty entertaining. Pretty awesome to watch. But for a little kid to watch? No. No. I'd be out of my mind to legit subject my own kid to that kind of fucking mental bullshit that they're not ready for. For God's sake, if they're like, yay, hi, like really small, why would I want them to see that kind of stuff? Like, it does not make me, as a person that would raise kids, or pretend when I finally do raise kids, like, at all happy in my head or my heart to think of. There are many things that should not be. You should not tell kids generally about transgenderism until maybe middle school. Middle school, I would say, start with that stuff. Because when you're like really, really young, like the first thought you have is either you like boys or you like girls. And it's hard for a little child to describe to you how they feel about one of the other. It really is. It's hard. Because they're like, we want to be nice to everyone because they're kids and we love other kids like us. That's all. Kids are innocent. Kids are very neutral. They're very neutral. When they see a kid playing on a playground, what do they want to do? They want to play with that kid. Right? That's it. They don't care about race nor fucking gender. They don't care about anything. They just care about the fucking kid on the school ground playing. And they want to have fun. And that's what they do. So why are we stopping kids from doing that? Honestly, why are we stopping kids from doing that and just have natural reactions? And yes, you will have bullies. Everyone has bullies. But you know what? There's a way around that. You can win the heart of your bully and literally make them see that you're an actually good person and that they will never pick on you again because they actually cannot go up against like that much of kindness and love. Because when a bully is a bully, they're a bully for a reason. They're either not loved enough as a kid at home or not loved enough in school or both. And that is it. They crave attention for the wrong fucking things. And so, there we go. Let's, for God's sake, leave the children out of this shit. And if it's going to be gay versus whatever, you have that outsider fucking shit. You don't ever bring a kid into that kind of world. Like, the best way to teach, in my opinion, like gay, like anything about being gay, start in elementary school about how it feels to be alone. That's the first place to start, because when you're gay, you'll always feel alone. Because you don't feel like everyone connects with you. You don't feel like everyone literally systematically understands how you feel in here and in here, and it bothers you greatly. Middle school, you can expand on that thought and kind of go about dances and school dances and the awkwardness of going out to a school dance and knowing you really don't fit in, period, end of sentence. And in high school, you can talk about the sexual stuff, like in like when they're like 16 and up. That makes sense to me, because 16 is age consent, not age you should fuck, age of consent. Because when you're an 18-year-old and you're a 16-year-old and you do that stuff, 18-year-old should go to prison. 16-year-old needs mental, like some kind of fucking evaluation to help them progress through that. So I'm just saying, we're going to go over my curriculum as if I were a teacher and how I would literally run an LGBT course. Okay? In the next video. Peace.